you know, another goddamn sequel show. Oh, what you know, another goddamn sequel show. La 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 la
Do the clap.
Perfect for editing.
That was my friend's clap.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good friends club. So you have the shits then?
No.
Oh, just the
Just the farts.
just the farts.
Good shit, and then now it's all. I've been gassy all night. I was farting in the dance class.
In the
You were
dance
farting
class?
in the dance.
Yeah. What's that?
Why do you have a dance class?
I told you about this.
Do you teach a dance class?
Yeah. It's another one of my
I
qualifications.
didn't even know that you could dance. That's
No, I can't. I mean, I have
So
like
then what
rhythm.
are you teaching dance?
I'm not teaching dance.
Oh.
We're taking a ballroom dancing classes at RBC
Oh, that's right. I remember this now.
on Thursday nights.
So how are you learning dancing? You learning
It's
it?
going all right, man. We're doing like swing. That's hard.
Yeah, it ain't got a thing.
It's like
are you like lifting people up?
it's like
and stuff?
actually exercise. No. Because most of the people are like in their 60s, so we just we skip those moves.
You use pillows instead. I would think like lifting pillows would be easier for
All right,
60
man, we'll start this
How's
podcast
that-
over
how's
again.
that,
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
We're starting.
And we're back.
And we're back for what?
Back for more.
I hate my life. Do you think that we need to introduce ourselves? Because like a lot of podcasts are like they like do introductions.
Hey, this is
every
Mike.
episode. I don't.
Devin's two things were like,
just don't know
if I
if
didn't
that's
know you
necessary.
guys, I would have no idea whose name is who, like who's who, because we never say
Who's
it. For
who?
one.
I mean, we did it in the first.
but then the
episode,
other
so-
one, she thought it'd be a good idea. And this is up to you guys. I don't really care, but she thought it might be a good idea to like say what movie we're watching next week, just as like even if it's just like in casual conversation,
Nah.
so people could like watch it if they wanted to before turning in next
Oh, that's
week.
what the trailer's for,
yeah, that's
right?
what the trailers for.
Oh, that's a fair point.
There's no point in the trailer if we.
That's a fair point.
So yeah, we're gonna.
But otherwise,
not do
she
that.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We have 45,000 views on YouTube.
Whoa!
And Nicholas Stange. Wait, do we really?
Yeah.
Nick
Yes,
Stange said we
we
had
blew
great
the fuck up.
chemistry.
Yeah.
Nick Stange said we had great chemistry, but I don't know if you ever listened to the talking show. So
Yeah, we've been doing this for a while now.
yeah. And he's also very drunk. So
Honestly, like if that were our first podcast ever that any of us had ever
It
done,
would blow
that's
my
amazing.
fucking
That
mind.
would be fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
we'd be rich in minutes. But
But instead, we're just not.
Yeah,
Gonna
we're
much
just gonna be rich in years.
never.
yeah,
Probably
never.
never.
Yeah. No,
I
rich
mean,
in
I
never.
might be
Finally,
rich,
you admit it.
but I just said
There's
that
no
I-
glory.
I might be rich, but you guys are.
He might win the lotto.
Yeah, I'll work a 9 to 5 till I die, probably.
It's so
Yeah.
sad.
Well, not till you die.
Mm-hmm. No,
No.
up until that moment. 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, how's your
Oh, yeah,
liver?
Yeah, what's your liver doing,
Have
man?
you gone to the doctor yet?
No,
Dude,
I have
you
a
have
doctor appointment
Hep
on
C.
the 28th.
You have Hep C. I've been,
You think so?
Yeah, I've been like watching commercials. They're really promoting.
You've
for the
been
ba-
watching
for the,
commercials.
for the
For
baby
Hep C?
for the baby boomers, man. They're like, if you're a baby boomer, you need to get tested.
He's not a baby.
I know he's not, but he clearly did something wrong.
He wears baby boomer shoes. So.
They gave me Hep C.
No, but seriously, when is your appointment? In April?
No, it's the 28th. It's next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I was thinking you said April.
Yeah, but if it was April, that means they wouldn't be that concerned about it, and that would probably be better.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
instead,
Well, it's
they're
taking-
like, oh my
like,
god,
we got to clear our schedule. We need to get him in here.
You need to
stat.
be here on the 28th.
they like
Yeah.
pushed back people with like heart conditions and stuff. They're like, we need to get this fucking liver guy in.
Damn, dude.
Fucking case study.
You're gonna die. man.
Seriously, like, have you looked up? Like, have you just Googled?
Yeah, and it's
What
like
you should
I don't know what the cause is, but there's like the variety of causes. None of them really apply to me.
Yeah, it's like
Because like
drinking.
even Hep C, it's like that does cause liver damage, but it causes other things too that I don't have.
Oh, okay.
Like the discoloration and stuff like that in your eyes, and I don't have that.
Like what kind of discoloration?
Yellowing, and it's not like subtle.
I don't
It's
know, man.
it's
They look
very
pretty-
noticeable.
they look pretty yellow
okay.
to me.
It's like
hmm
cartoony yellow.
Yeah,
They look pretty yellow.
Gotcha.
like the Simpsons yellow.
They look yellow. Hey, speaking of The Simpsons yellow, fuck that film festival. We should just go to fucking Universal because there's a Springfield in
Whoa.
Universal, and you can get donuts, you can get crusty burgers, you can fucking
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh
I
my
was just
God.
at the shitty Springfield.
Yeah, fuck that one.
Yeah,
Cares about the real one.
It wasn't very cool.
There's like nothing.
Do they have
there.
a Duff factory?
Well, I don't know if they have the factory.
No, not in Springfield.
but they have.
Illinois.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
I don't know what they make there. They make pretty good pizza.
Kill this motherfucker.
So we watched a movie.
We watched it. We're back for more.
Back for more.
I'm Kyle.
This is Mike.
I'm David.
My name's Mike.
I'm just gonna stare directly at the camera for the rest
The
of this
orange
episode.
Mike is Mike. That's how you can remember.
I have a
me.
red one. Mine's
got
black.
Kyle's black.
Trying to prove something.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, so what did we watch, Michael?
Well, this was my recommendation, and it was Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the sequel.
Mortal Kombat.
Wasn't
Mortal
that trailer
Kombat.
hilarious that we made?
It was probably the
Oh,
best
yeah,
thing about
yeah.
this.
Yeah,
was
it's
great.
hilarious. Hopefully you guys see it. I'm hoping.
I mean, I'm hoping it was really funny.
I
I
think
mean,
it
it's like really stupid. I can tell you that.
well, that is funny.
So did you ever feel like, did you repeat my mantra at all that I had that day? And you were just like, I am a 26-year-old man.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
multiple times. I said I'm a grown man, and this is what I'm doing.
It's like
This
high
is what
school
grown
kids
men do.
This is like a high school class project.
Yeah,
That
it
like
is.
that
looks
like the
really good.
teacher is just like, you
But
can
it-
have an A, but it didn't really pertain to anything.
but it looks really good.
But, yeah.
So.
That's good.
A for
good.
effort. That's the title of my autobiography.
Mortal Kombat.
I think we should do what you recommended we do for the Blair Witch, and that is
I'm gonna pass out after doing all that fucking.
hyperventilating. Let's
Oh,
all,
look at Kyle texting again.
let's all start with
Literally not
where
even
we
paying
come from
attention.
on this movie,
Okay, let's start with Kyle.
just like we did with
Sorry.
Blair Witch. Going into
It
this,
was important. It was important. I am now silencing my phone.
all right.
Blair Witch, yeah. I didn't see the first one.
No, we're doing that with Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat.
I'm gonna fight you.
So what's
I'm
your
gonna
history
jump
with
over
Mortal
this fucking
Kombat,
table.
Kyle?
My history with the movies.
Well,
The
just Mortal
franchise,
Kombat, the
bro.
franchise in general, because this is different than last time because we don't just have a previous movie
Yeah.
that it's jumping off of. It's got a whole fucking video game series.
Yeah. I think the only one I owned was like MK2 for Super Nintendo.
All right.
If that even is accurate at all.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was MK2 though. Love
Mhm.
Kato.
You
Saw
say
the first
Kato
one with my
or K-
parent.
Kano.
Oh,
Kano.
Kano. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
I
it's-
know.
No, it's all right. You're not a hardcore fan. That works.
Yeah, I'm not. It's
Poser,
clear.
fucking
It's clear.
poser.
Saw the first one with my family in the theaters.
Mhm.
Loved it. Saw the second one in the theaters with my family. Loved it.
Loved
They
it.
hated it.
Mhm.
My parents hated it. And I was like, why? You guys are
Why?
stupid.
It was so good.
I wonder
It
if they
was- it
were
was
right.
great.
We'll find out.
We'll find out,
right.
Dave.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know like specifics. I can't remember. I don't know. Mortal Kombat's been around since I can remember.
Yeah.
It's been like I remember going to my cousin's house and playing the video games all the time. And then when I finally got a Super Nintendo, I think I got Mortal Kombat 2. I may have had 3. I know that I have 2 and 3 now, which I thought about bringing to the office and playing
Mhm.
for research.
That would have been tight.
But
For research.
no, I love those video games. And then I had for N64, I had what was the one that came? Was it 4?
Yeah, MK4 was the first 3D one, and I was on N64.
Yeah, I had that one and I loved it then, but like now I actually hate it. I think it's
Mhm.
garbage and
Really?
fuck that game. Love the first movie. I know that I saw the second movie, but I don't remember if I loved it or not at the time. But yeah, I kind of fell out. Like I haven't played any of the games after 4. I don't think.
Really?
Okay.
No.
I figured maybe like Brian's.
Well, I guess I played the newest handful like a couple times.
Sure.
Like, I don't have much experience with it though.
just button mashed.
Yeah, I mean that's what I did with the originals too. I don't
Sure.
fucking learn
Yeah.
combos, dude. I fucking. That's all I do.
And then it would be like, actually, yeah, that's even better because then when it happened where you did some kind of
Yeah, it's
awesome
like,
kind of,
fuck!
like,
Yeah.
whoa.
When you're just button mashing and you teleport to the other side of the screen with a kick, and you're like, "Holy shit, I did it!"
But no, yeah, I don't know. Seems like it's always been a part of my life in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've always been a Mortal
fucking
Kombat
dork.
nerd.
Yeah.
Yes, I played the first one on the PC way back when. I probably still have the disc sitting in my parents' basement somewhere, and I've played every one of them except for 4, and the spin-offs. Like they had a few spin-off
like the
brawler
Sub-Zero.
style games, and I never played any of those. But I've played every other main entry except for 4. I've beaten all of them except for 2. and even the most recent ones, I've been buying and playing them through, and I'm a bit of a lore nerd with it too. I like to read the backstory of the characters and stuff like that.
Sure.
See all the endings.
That's what I liked about the later games was like I thought the stories were really like told well when they became like cinematic and whatnot.
Yeah, there was.
But I haven't played like any of the ones in like the last 10 years probably.
Then you'd probably like them because they take that to an nth degree. They're like mostly cinematic, and then it kind of gets interrupted with fight sequences where you fight from time to time. But otherwise, it's like a full blown movie.
Dude,
you can just watch the cutscenes on YouTube basically and get.
I
a
honestly
I'm a
do
story
not.
mode guy.
I honestly do not like the newer ones that much. Like I like them as video games, like they're fun to play, but like I don't know, it just doesn't get like I only like the first 2 Mortal Kombat games like as like I don't know. There's like those are like the interesting ones to me. The rest of them is just like okay, it's just a fighting game.
That's what I feel about the first ones is like it's just a fighting game.
No, man, because those I don't know. They just like look different. They feel different. They were new back then, but the rest of them are just like I don't know.
Yeah, because the
like
first
whatever.
3 had the digitized characters.
which
and
I
the
like. I like how
claymation
that
kinda
looks.
stuff,
I like how that looks way more than like I
Sure,
realize
sure.
that would not survive
Yeah.
in a game now. But like I don't know. There's something about
Dude,
it's probably just nostalgia.
did you guys ever
but
play Shaq Fu?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it's a horrible game.
Is it?
Yeah,
I remember it being great. I love like the little tree, you travel in between
it's
fights.
fucking horrible.
Was that how Mortal Kombat was? I don't even remember, but
No, you just have that little ladder thing. You go
Yeah, it's
bum,
just a
bum,
ladder.
bum, bum, and you go up to the next portrait.
Damn.
hmm
Tight.
And the towers are taller the harder they are.
Round 1, fight. You
Ah.
know what's funny? You know what I just realized about like all of us talking about our experience with the franchise is that none of us played them first in the arcade, which is crazy because they're like the first couple were like primarily arcade games.
I played Ultimate Mortal Kombat a lot.
Yeah, but I'm saying
or
like
was it just MK3? It was either.
I've played them in the
Yeah.
arcade. I'm saying it wasn't our first.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, no, mine was on the PC.
I feel like if we were like 2 years older,
Sure.
like all of us would have seen it at the arcade
But
first.
the only real arcade I know that we had around here was like the ones at McChesney Park Mall, and I only like went there when we were going to see a movie or something.
I mean, there were other places, but yeah,
I don't.
those were like the closest.
Yeah, I
main
played Area
ones.
51 there a lot.
Remember that Hydro Thunder game and Sam Goody?
Yeah.
That was the shit. Dude.
Remember Sam Goody?
Yeah.
That place was terrible, but it was also awesome.
They
It was also great.
they pre-sold. They took advantage of my like 9-year-old self and they pre-sold me a Disturbed album.
Yeah.
I never picked it up. I just got my money back. Like,
Yeah.
but I had to get my mom to do it.
Idiot.
But yeah, I think they sold it to me when I bought Limp Bizkit Significant Other.
Me, like, we would just like go
Why are you
and hang
admitting
out
this?
there.
I loved it.
I miss hanging out at the mall, like
Yeah.
McChesney Park Mall in particular.
Dude, I was just talking to Devin. Like, my dad, whenever I'd like go on like a date or like just like meet up girls for like a movie at McChesney Park Mall, my dad would like drop me off, but then he would like go park and then like follow me around the mall to embarrass me. Like,
It's
just to make me-
hilarious.
Yeah, he was a dick. And like he used to, even with phone calls, like it could be guys or girls or whatever, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, hold on," and then he'd go to my room and be like, "Kyle, put some pants on," like in the distance, and then just hand me the phone or like,
That's
"Oh yeah, I
funny.
think he's pooping. 1 second." Just whenever anyone would call.
Yeah, your dad's
He's
the
such an
shit.
asshole.
Shout out to Russ.
Yeah, he's the shit.
Russell's awesome.
Good guy,
Love
Russ.
you, Dad. Oh, sorry. What were we talking about?
I don't know. The
Mortal
the mall.
Kombat 2, Annihilation.
okay.
Or not just Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
we should-
Is there a
let's-
podcast about malls? Because that could be interesting.
That could be a whole
Maybe,
podcast, yeah.
Maybe we should talk.
We
about
should
malls.
start a podcast about malls.
back for
Yeah.
more.
Mall
plus
edition.
malls sometimes. No, but anyways, yeah, you're a nerd. You like.
Yeah,
you
I like it. I
games.
like it way too much. And when I
tried to-
saw
I-
the first movie in theaters, loved the shit out of it. Saw this one in theaters, loved the shit out of it. But as time has gone on, like even just watching this one again on DVD at a later time, I didn't like it as much because I just compared it so much to the first one, and the first one's better. But I want to try to not do that as much today, because like when we talked about that first Blair Witch, we didn't like we talked about the first one a lot, but we didn't compare them as much. We talked about the second one on its
Yeah.
own merits. I kind of want to do that here. I don't want to
Yeah,
say
no, that's
I
the
wish they
point.
would have done more of this, like in the first one. I want to say like I wish it would have done more of this because that's just good.
I was gonna say, I don't know. Never mind. I'll talk about it later.
All right.
Or
I
right
mean,
now.
I
Or
feel
right
like
now.
you should just
I'm
say
sorry.
it now because you just fucked up the whole flow.
Yeah, I know. Edit. Oh wait, we don't do that.
Yeah, we
no,
don't fucking.
yeah,
edit.
we're
Sorry.
live, bro.
That's probably my biggest problem with the movie. Actually, though, is
Yeah.
its inconsistency in following the first one. Because like literally, it takes place moments after the first one ends, but it's like a completely different style,
Mm-hmm.
completely different form, and that's upsetting to me.
Didn't the first one like centered around like the actual tournament, right?
That's right, the tournament to keep
See,
Earth
that's
safe.
what I fucking hate about the second one is that it's not, and that's what I don't like about some of the later games. I think is that it's less like is it like I don't know, it's more story mode.
You might like the reboot from 2009.
I might,
Yeah, because that's essentially like the tournament again.
That's why I love the first one. Like, I don't know, that one's like interesting to me because it's like a tournament. Like it's an actual
Wait, because
tournament.
the tournament happens only once every generation, right?
Yeah, and the idea is that you get 10 in a row, and Outworld gets to take over Earth, and so
Wait, 10 in a row?
Yeah.
You have to win 10 times in a row?
yeah, I believe.
Oh,
so.
that's what it is? Okay. And this
Yeah.
one, they just made it seem like, oh, we won.
Well, see, that
So-
was it. Is in the first Mortal Kombat, it's like this is the 10th time. They only have to win one more.
Okay.
And so it's like you are like it is on the line now.
It's on the line for Outer World.
Well, yeah, for them to take over.
Because, because they won.
Yeah, they've won
9
the last
times in a
9, and
row?
Goro's the guy that's won it. So that's why it's like
dude.
such a big deal.
Right on.
Goro's a bitch.
That's
dude.
interesting. No, fuck you, dude. Goro's the best.
What are you talking about, man?
He's tight. He's got like 6 arms.
He's a fucking idiot.
And then after that, Shao Kahn just invades anyway, and so then you're fighting him. And then it's
Yeah.
not as much tournament based as it is.
Shao
Yeah,
Kahn's
that's-
a pussy.
Mhm.
I don't know. For some reason, it's like not as fun to me when it's not the tournament.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about the games too, like everything.
yeah, I
like,
don't remember that, though.
I want it to be like all like tournament focused.
So what was Mortal Kombat 2 about then? The game.
It was about Shao Kahn trying to, well, no, I think he decides, how about we just do one game to end it all? So Mortal Kombat 2 is still a tournament.
Okay.
And it's like,
But
how
it's
about
just
we just
different.
do one tournament to settle it once and for all instead? So he changes the rules a little bit.
Okay.
And then when he loses that one, Mortal Kombat 3 is him going, fuck it, I'm just going to take Earth Realm. I don't care about no
See,
rules. I'm
so
just
they
taking
should
it
have just
over."
followed the game progression.
That would have been
Instead
cool.
of, like one more tournament,
Yeah.
and then Dave would have been satisfied.
Yes, I would have.
Yeah, because it's like they jumped right over to, because there's no second Goro guy, because in MK2 you have the Tiger Goro, Kintaro, and he's a forearm guy, but he's got tiger skin. They just skip right over him and go straight to Horseman, and that was from Mortal
Goddamn
Kombat 3.
Horseman.
Is that the plural?
Yeah.
Horseman.
Horseman.
No, it's just the
Motaro.
it's the fancy way to say horseman.
Yeah.
Horseman. But yeah,
They change up a lot of stuff. I double checked because I couldn't quite remember, and I feel ashamed for not remembering. But Raiden is not related to Shao Kahn in any way, and
That was a
like
movie.
outside
Yeah.
of the movie, like
outside of the movie, yeah. And to me, they should have just not bothered with that, because I feel like it distracted from a lot of the, like, it didn't have to be there in the movie.
It was just like dude. There were so many annoying. Can we talk about the dialogue in that fucking movie? This goddamn movie has the worst dialogue. It's all like one-liners.
It was all fortune cookies.
And it's just
That's what
all
that's
fucking
all it
terrible.
was.
It's fortune
All-
cookies or one line.
Yeah, all
Raiden had
Raiden's just like, you can do your best.
Yeah.
Try hard. And
Yeah.
just like, shut the
We
fuck
fall,
up.
we get back
You
up.
fucking gray-haired bitch.
Why do we fall, Liu Kang?
He also just what is he been in? I recognize
He looks
him from.
familiar. I don't know.
I can't remember, but I
Yeah,
fucking hate
I
him.
think
Fuck
they
him.
just hired him because they were like trying to get a guy that looked like the Highlander.
Yeah, sort of.
What has he been in though?
He's been in a lot of shit. Like I
That's
know
the
his
other big
face.
thing, is that like they just switched up everyone except for Liu Kang and Katana.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. Those are the
Yeah,
only two people
Sonya
that are
is
the
different.
same.
I have to imagine it was the script.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
they're
I
like,
have
"Boo!"
to imagine that.
They're like,
Oh,
boom.
I'm out of here.
Also, how close did this one come out to the first one?
I think it's like
was,
2 years
Was it like
after, isn't it?
immediate? So like they went right
It
into
was only a
production,
couple
like
years
Mortal
later, as far
Kombat
as
did
I know.
well.
I'd
Okay.
imagine. Yeah, it was like 2
I
years
got it
later, so
brought up.
I'd imagine
Why
they
not
started
pull this out
shooting.
sooner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like so many notes written for this movie, but then I just realized after we started recording that they're on my phone. So
Yeah, 95 and 97.
95, 97.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mortal Kombat did well. They're like, okay, green light the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
All the actors were like,
So they rushed
"Whoa."
the script.
Maybe.
Or gave it to like a teenager. Like I don't.
It didn't come out well. Whatever
No,
they did to
sure
it.
didn't.
It's literally that this movie is like an hour and a half of like them running to a fight. Like they just keep running to different fights.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of good
I just
fights,
hate
but-
everyone in the sequel though, because I think back, and I'm thinking like, who's the main character in the sequel? Who is it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's more of an ensemble thing. for
Yeah,
sure.
and it's like there's no the character we follow, like the character that I feel like I identified with the most was Jax, because he's a guy who's just kind of getting
He's
thrown
the
into this thing.
outsider,
Yeah, and he has a bit of an arc to him too, where he's like, I got these arms, but he learns to like trust in himself, and he has a little bit of that arc. But that's it.
He was
Everyone
also
else, like,
he was
has-
also hilarious. Can we agree?
Yeah,
with that?
he was.
really
He
funny.
was the best thing about the movie, in my opinion. But everyone else has this like forced revelation moment.
Yeah.
Like Liu Kang out of nowhere goes, "But I'm not strong enough to face him yet." And they're like, "You must." And I'm like, "Where's this coming from?" Since day one, he was like, "I'm gonna take on Shao Kahn," and Raiden's been like, "No, calm down, boy." It's like that could have been the gimmick. Is like Liu Kang gets in over his head, but that never happened. Liu Kang's like hardly in the movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, he's not. I mean, he's in there. He's in there, but he's like not doing anything. He's
Yeah.
just like, oh boy.
Well, he does turn into a dragon.
That is true. However,
Can we get to that later?
Can we talk? Can we get to that right now? I want to get to that right now. No, he does. That happens in fatalities.
That's one of his fatalities.
Yeah,
Was he
so-
would change into a dragon.
So
and
it
eat him.
does make a little bit more sense to me.
okay.
I forgot about that completely, and I was like, where the
Okay.
fuck did this come from? But I
Shao
mean,
Kahn
it just
changing
was
into a
so-
screeching Hydra, though. I don't think that
well,
ever
yeah,
happened.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. It was too much at that point. Because like overall, this movie's fucking like, it's not just dated. It's like we couldn't do these things, so why the fuck did you try? Because it's just not. I would have rather seen like claymation
Yeah.
in some of these elements rather than
Dude, it reminds me of a sequel that we may watch in the future, which is Leprechaun in Space, because there are like 3 space shots, and it looks like just like shitty, like the first like PC game graphics.
Like what?
Ever.
like Star Wars or like
Yeah,
if
I
you go
don't-
back even for like 2001
Dude, it looks
has
so bad.
amazing stuff.
They're
but,
like, yeah, but we have computers now, so why the fuck would we?
yeah.
Why would we?
models?
Why would we use
Fuck
models?
models.
It's the 90s, man.
yeah.
But yeah, the graphics were awful. I mean, like, I don't know. I can't really think of many. I like the music is tight.
The music's good.
obviously.
I like the music.
I
didn't like all the lightning sound effects that went over the music all the time. How
mean,
many
I
fucking pa-chew
I hated
are there
them.
in this fucking
I hated
movie?
them. I hated them at first until it became comical, and then I started to love them.
yeah.
Where like every other scene has them going on. Also, I feel like there was a decline in the fight quality. I feel like the
Yeah, it's
first couple
awful.
fights were good, where it's like you had Liu Kang and Smoke and Sub-Zero Scorpion and then Sonya and the robot, Cyrax, and all those were pretty cool, pretty tight. But then after that, it's like it goes to just people punching each other, and
Yeah,
that's it.
and then flying and then breaking into a wall.
I feel like I feel like you're right. The last fight was like the worst. Like it just keeps getting worse
Yeah.
throughout the movie.
I was like, where's all the cool shit going on? And if you're not going to have like cool, exciting stuff, at least have like well choreographed fights or like impactful moments where something important has happened. Don't just suddenly have a CGI dragon throw each other around for 20 seconds and then say like, oh man, that fight was huge. It's like, no, it wasn't. This is
Yeah.
compared to the earlier stuff where people are like jumping around and bombs
Doing
are blowing
flips
up
and
and
stuff.
there's even a fatality
Yeah.
moment where Sonya does the kiss of death kind of thing, blows the kiss, and it
Maybe their stunt
Flames the
coordinator just
guy?
like quit.
Yeah, he's like, fuck this shit.
Ugh.
It's almost like, you know, when you play the game and it's a fatality time and you had to try to punch in the buttons, but instead you just punch the guy and he falls over. It's like
Yeah.
that for the whole second half,
That's good.
where they're just punching each
Oh,
other until
good
someone
observation.
falls over. And I'm just like, where's the Mortal Kombat?
Dragons, dude.
Yeah, and a waste of characters. How many people showed up
There's
for
so
like
many
one
characters.
scene? And
There's so
that's
many
it?
characters, in
And
this
then they
fucking
just like
movie.
mentioned others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like it's like they were just searching for like points from the fans.
Why even have Shiva in the movie if she's just gonna get squashed?
I mean, that was funny. I like that.
Wait, who's Shiva? What happened?
She was the forearm lady,
Oh,
and she just gets squashed. It's like that could have
Like
been
literally
Baraka.
squashed?
Listen, you're just mad because you like that character.
Wait,
it
is
was
she
fucking funny.
Yeah.
did she literally get squashed?
Yes.
Remind me. By
There's
what?
The cage or whatever.
Yeah. It's like she doesn't get to fight at all. Baraka gets a fight, but he doesn't get any sort of character. It's like, why couldn't they have just combined them into one? Where it's like Baraka replaces Shiva, so he's trying to like, you know, be Shao Kahn's main guy, and he's an animal, and he's crazy, and he's goofy.
So there was a cage.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, dude.
What cage?
So that
Katana
way-
was in it.
So that way, there's an actual fight
Oh yeah.
where it's like he's trying to get Katana out, and Baraka comes in to try and stop him, and it's like, but
I
instead
thought you
Baraka
said you were gonna
comes in-
stay away from saying what they should have done.
No, I was gonna stay away from comparing it to the first one.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, like, delegate some of these fucking character actions.
I like.
Don't
that
have
Shiva gets
Nightwolf show
squashed,
up just to make Liu Kang have a dream. You have Raiden for that. You have like plenty of characters that could help Liu Kang realize his power. You don't have to introduce someone just for that. It just didn't make any sense to me. like all these characters that
No,
had served no purpose.
I agree, except for Shiva. I like that.
You like that she just got squashed.
I like when that happens in movies. I like it. Like, what was the fucking? Was it Suicide Squad or something? Somebody just gets fucking murdered.
Oh, yeah, like immediately.
That
Yeah.
shit is hilarious to me.
Who was that? I don't even remember. Fuck that movie.
Yeah, he was someone who could climb. That's all I remember.
There's gonna be a
about
sequel to Suicide
Slipknot.
Squad. I mean, like
Good.
obviously,
him. Yeah.
but like, this has the potential, I think, to be better than the original.
Yeah, I didn't
Should
like
we
the
see
first
it?
one,
Should
but
we
you
see
know
it for
what?
the podcast?
We should definitely see it
Yeah.
for the podcast. It's a while down the road. Oh, you know what? This won't be going. That's
The
a while.
fuck?
That's at least like 2 years out.
Oh,
I mean, I'm just not gonna like put all my eggs in this basket. You know,
Jesus Christ!
Wow,
man.
he's
Kyle's
already
quitting.
not
He's
in.
quitting already.
I'm already thinking about the sequel show to this.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Stop trying to save
That's
yourself.
pretty good. I like- good meta joke.
Are you dead yet?
No.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, because no one does anything except for like Jax. Raiden has a little bit of an arc.
No,
where it's like
shut up.
He likes the mortals.
He's terrible. Raiden is like the worst character in this thing
He's literally the worst character in this entire movie.
Yeah, he
100%.
because he's like not only is like bad. I'm pretty sure he read off cue cards the entire movie, and then like
Yeah.
he's just so boring and so I don't know.
I feel
No.
like the whole Sindel and Katana mother-daughter relationship is just utterly glossed over when that should be like a bigger deal.
Unfortunately, you. How
Yeah.
was that line?
Mother, you're alive. Too bad you
Yeah.
will die.
It's so bad.
I don't know if it was glossed over. I thought it was actually like heavier than most things in the movie.
I felt like they played up the whole Raiden Shao Kahn being related thing more than the whole Sindel Katana mother-daughter thing. It seemed like it was just a reason to get Katana kidnapped. More than
You know, like you know what I want to see more than this movie? I wanted to see that original fight between Raiden and Shao Kahn. Like where it was like a good flashback. Like I don't usually ask for flashbacks, but like
Yeah.
there was no information on that besides like, oh, I beat him, but then I didn't kill him.
yeah, it's better to tell your audience than to show them. That's
Is
what
it?
I've learned
It's-
about movies. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
better to just tell.
It's in
the
book
people,
101 of
yeah.
filmmaking, man.
Yeah, when two characters have an argument, it's better that the two characters look at each other and go, "He's not very strong. I'm stronger." Instead of like maybe showing that in some way. It's better to just have.
I agree.
characters
Just
tell
do it
them.
all in dialogue.
Yeah,
All in exposition.
and make sure a
I mean, it's what
12-year-old
Kevin
writes all the
Smith does.
dialogue.
So, yeah.
What?
It's what Kevin Smith does. So.
Yeah, well, Kevin Smith
Kevin
doesn't have
Smith-
fight sequences with robots freezing each other.
Kevin Smith is also
Yet.
terrible.
Who knows?
Can we all agree that Kevin Smith is terrible? Before we
He's
I mean,
overrated.
He's a very bad director.
Can we? Yeah.
But you know who's also a very bad director? Whoever directed that fucking movie.
Was
Yeah,
it
who
Kevin
was
Smith?
Is it Kevin Smith? I'll lose my fucking mind.
It's
not Kevin Smith.
I know
John
it's not
R.
Kevin Smith.
Leonetti.
Sounds fake.
Yeah.
Sounds like someone didn't
Alan
want their real
Smithy.
name on it. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna lie, the photos on the back make this movie look fucking tight. I mean, to be honest, this movie is tight. It's just bad. It doesn't.
I don't know.
I say just watch like the first 3 fight sequences, and that's like the best.
Well,
the
that's the
movie has to
problem with the
offer.
movie is that like it's only fight sequences. Like you don't. There's no story. There's no anything. There's nothing happening.
How
It's all fucking
exactly does
awful.
Mortal Kombat 1 end?
I don't remember.
Well, it ends with
Isn't it
them
like
all like happy and like walking
Yeah, they're
back,
doing
and then
the
all of a
thing.
sudden like the building explodes and Shao Kahn pops out of it. And he's
yeah,
like,
but that's not actually
"Fools."
what happens
no,
in the
in this one, no.
yeah.
It's like
That's
when,
what I thought I remember back in the day being like, that's not
that's not what happened.
That's not it. Like he just like beams from the fucking sky, dude.
Tight sound effects.
Yeah, you can use that for something later.
I might. I'll
Isolate.
pluck that out.
I also like how Shao Kahn looked in the first one because it's like this skull wasn't a mask; it was like part of his face.
Yeah.
It was cool.
What I'm saying, like, what, like, how? It's like Mortal Kombat was made by New Line Cinema, which it was, right? But then like this one was made by, oh fuck, what's that name?
They're interns.
But like the people who do like yeah, exactly. The people who do like Sharknado or whatever else.
Asylum?
Asylum,
Yeah,
thank
Asylum.
you. It's like they bought the rights and they
I
made
can
Mortal Kombat
kind of see that this
Annihilation.
feels like a Mortal Kombat
It's
knockoff.
like they put no fucking care into it.
Okay,
like
it
you
does
could
not.
call this.
It does not feel like an Asylum movie. Like I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I know.
It does sound like it does feel like a knockoff, but it does not feel like a fucking.
Would an Asylum movie be better?
Yes, but it like
Well,
it
an
would,
Asylum
it would
keep
keep going.
So you're
it would
mad
keep-
that I'm like dissing Asylum?
it would keep going in this direction, but like even further. Is what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Okay.
It would be worse.
Yeah, it would be better though.
Yeah,
Because of that.
Yes.
I got what you're saying.
It does. You're right though. This does feel like a
Like-
Mortal Kombat
Like
knockoff.
I honestly can't get really like any enjoyment out of this movie. Like it's not even like bad good to me. Like
Yeah.
it's just
That's
it's
what I'm saying.
honestly
I
just
mean,
bad.
I think some of the fights are cool. Like I think
Yeah.
it's worth watching for just
Really?
like, that. Just
Yeah.
that.
I mean, my favorite.
I don't know.
I
Your
was
favorite
just-
what? Spit it out, man.
My favorite shot in the whole movie is like when Sonya spins over the guy and like presses her boot into his back and like yanks on the neck of his robot suit. Because when I was a kid, I tried to do that to people after watching this movie.
Jesus Christ! You killed 3 kids.
Dude, you're a fucking serial
what are you
killer.
doing?
I just
fuck
thought it
is
was so
wrong
cool
with
because
you?
I was like, oh my gosh, you would get like so much leverage to just yank them and flip them
What
so
the
hard.
fuck is
But it
wrong with
never
you?
worked.
Yeah.
It just like choked the person.
You're a fucked up person.
It was,
You're a
they
very
were
fucked up
volunteers.
person.
It's not like I did this to people like, surprise, motherfucker.
Have you guys seen Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
Yeah, I would say, I'm going to like flip you around. Do you want to do this? And they said, yeah. And I'd be like pulling and they'd be like, it doesn't work.
Your friends are stupider than you are.
Well, we were all like 10.
I mean, I wouldn't be involved in that when I was.
Yeah.
What the- I don't know.
Okay. I didn't really get smart until like last year. I'm going to be honest with you.
Really?
And even now it's questionable.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Isn't it funny that we always think we're so smart, and then like 5 years later, you're like, I was a fucking
God
idiot.
damn, was
Jesus.
I dumb. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I've always been smart.
Fuck up.
Like I could definitely see that I've gotten smarter, but like I've been smart.
Hey, well, that's not what I'm saying though. It's like you're obviously every day you think you're the smartest you are, right? Like that makes sense.
Yeah.
it's
I
just
look back
like-
and cringe. I go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I said these things. I did
Like
those things.
I can't believe we drove like my Blazer around the track at Harlem. Like
My
that-
Blazer.
or your Blazer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
I'm
bought it
sorry. Yes.
at that point.
I can't believe we drove that around the track at Harlem at night. That makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
Like I would not do. You couldn't pay. I lied. You could easily pay me, but like just genuine. I'd probably get fired from my job because that's probably like a fucking felony.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like there's a lot.
You're a
There's a lot at
teacher.
stake.
Yeah.
Exactly. But at that time, it was just like, whoa, this is so fun. It's like, no, it's not though.
Remember how
Why
we
am
used
I
to hang
speaking-
out
this
there
is-
every time?
Everyone always does
Yeah.
this. What am I doing? Yeah, I do remember when we used to hang out there all the time. God,
What?
We sound like a fucking old person movie. Like,
Well, we
Remember-
are fucking
Remember
old,
this,
okay? That's what happens. We're not teenagers anymore. We're fucking old. It's stupid. Fuck.
If we
fuck
say
everything.
we're old, we're offending our audience.
I don't
who is
care.
older than
I
us.
literally
They're
don't
like,
give a
well,
shit.
They think they're fucking old.
Well, guess what, guys? You are fucking
That's
old
the other
as
thing.
shit, and fuck
As you get older, you look back and go, God, I was dumb, or God, I was young. It's like, I thought I was old back then. I wasn't.
I know that I'm old right now, so I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks.
we're losing.
I-
We're losing half of
listen,
our.
listen. I
The
fell
older
asleep.
half.
I fell asleep in
They'll
front
die
of my
soon anyway.
I fell asleep in front of my computer last night at 8:30 p.m. fully clothed.
Whoa.
So
What were you watching?
I was watching the Dave Chappelle stand-up
okay.
special.
Was
oh,
that
I
bad?
haven't seen those yet.
Was that bad?
No, it was really good. I was
Oh.
just very tired.
I
I
always
had to wake up at like 5:30 in the morning, and I was just exhausted at that point.
For sure.
I've had a hell of
I
a
always
week.
fall. I always fall asleep to fucking comedy specials. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't. I don't know. It's just that like they're telling you a story, right?
Yeah, you're just like, oh yeah, this is nice.
It's a podcast
Thank
too.
you.
When I listen
Mhm.
to podcasts,
Can you also
all the
rub my
time.
back, please?
Wait, why'd you think it up at 5:30?
For a shoot,
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, where at?
Rock Valley Culligan. I mean, the
Oh,
shoot wasn't until 7, but like I had to wake up at 5.
Yeah, dude. No, I get it. You're fine.
I know that I'm fine. Thank you.
I mean, it's okay.
I'm
don't.
very aware.
You don't have to explain yourself.
I am literally gonna flip this mic stand over and beat you to death with the end of it.
Is this how it's going to
Finish
go
him.
when we have bad movies? Where
Yeah,
we just
like,
talk
right.
about other shit.
Well, I mean, that's
What are you
fine. I
talking
don't
about?
care.
We had a. I mean, Blair Witch 2 was not a good movie, but we still didn't talk about
I don't
it the
know.
whole time.
Blair Witch 2
We
was
had more to talk about.
better than this.
I have plenty to talk
Certainly
about, but
was
it's all
better.
on my phone, which I don't know if you could tell is recording this right now, which I
Oh,
didn't think
yeah.
about until we started.
I do have one more thing I want to say, and it's the
That's
thing I
it?
said I
You only
wouldn't-
have one more thing? Oh my god.
Well, I have other things, but
Oh, yeah, we should probably continue with
Yeah.
those.
I mean, guys, we're only 33 minutes into this thing.
don't say numbers like that. All right.
Sorry, we're only. some odd
Don't
minutes
don't
into
say.
this.
Don't. Why you even gotta do that?
I don't know.
But
Now I just feel like I'm talking.
yeah, you're being dumb.
I'll stop talking now.
All right,
Good.
keep going. Keep rolling.
The thing, what I said I wouldn't do was compare it to the first one, but there's one thing I want to compare to the first one for.
Okay.
This movie needed a Kano. It needed a bad guy that's just super
Kano.
cool and super character based, and it's like you just want to see him get beat the fuck up. There's no one that I like genuinely hated except for like some of the main characters, some of the protagonists in this movie. All the bad guys are just like they're just like mustache twirling villains. I can't even hate them. They're just goofballs or idiots.
I agree, but I don't think that makes the movie better. I think it just
I would have liked to have someone where I'm like, oh man, that guy's such a jerk, punch him in the face, kind of.
Yeah, but I
thing.
just think that like that would, for you to even care, it would still require story. Like you can't just like throw that character in.
No,
and be like,
yeah,
oh, this makes the movie better.
there's a bigger flaw with the movie than just the characters. Although that's the thing that stands out to me is how many pointless characters there are, how much dumb stuff is going on.
What
with
happened to
them.
Sub-Zero?
He just showed up and then left.
But why?
Because
Why?
they needed Sub-Zero, and I don't
They-
know.
for-
Why did
for a
Scorpion
bridge
show
and
up and then
I
leave?
honestly feel like they wrote one draft of this movie and they just like kept going. Like they do what I do. They like locked themselves in a room. And they just like kept going, and it was all linear. And they just kept losing characters and finding characters.
I honestly feel like they
it's
had
done.
fewer
It's done.
characters
Go
in
shoot.
the start. And then they said, oh, wait, no, we can just, instead of making Scorpion show up again to fight Raiden at the end, make it Reptile. And they're like, oh, yeah, let's do that. Like, I feel like that's what happened with this movie is they had less characters to start with and then said, oh, no, instead of having Shiva catch Liu Kang and trying to have Katana escape, why don't we have Baraka catch him, even though he came out of nowhere? And then he fights Baraka instead. What do we do with Shiva? And have a cage fall on her. I don't care. Like, I feel like there was less
Why do you keep
characters.
going back to that? Is one of the best parts of the entire movie.
You could have still had a cage fall on her after the fight. It's just pointless to have Baraka show up for no reason, is what
no,
I'm
it's
saying.
fine. It's totally.
I
fine.
literally don't remember this cage thing. Like I mean, I know the cage, but like the squishing aspect, I don't remember.
fucking-
She
it.
walks
You
in.
I know that you laughed at it. I know that you physically laughed. Your fucking gigantic stomach was like rumbling
Oh my
around
god!
on the couch. You laughed at it.
I don't know.
God, dude, this motherfucker doesn't pay attention during the podcast while we're watching the movies.
I have been 98% paying attention to
Yeah,
this
fuck
podcast.
you, dude. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Did you guys ever see the modernized, like,
There's like a web
Take-
series.
yeah, there was
No.
like a web series about
I
it.
think I saw like one of them.
Was it good?
It did something new, something different. It tried to make it a little more modernized.
Okay.
And
like,
so, like
set it in a world we actually.
Yes.
See, I hate that. That's
No.
stupid. That is dumb to me. Because it's not.
Well, that's
So,
why I
yeah.
I liked the beginning of the original Mortal Kombat because it gave this like it actually had like a real world element to it. Whereas
Mhm.
like this
And then
movie doesn't even
slowly you
address the
drift
real
into
world,
the
but we're supposed to
mysticism.
care that it's being destroyed.
Yeah.
I don't
That's a
mind-
good point.
I don't
Like,
mind there being like a real world element. I just don't want it to be modern. That just like makes it boring to me. I hate when everybody tries to make something like real, like modern, like if it were happening outside your fucking window right now. It's just like it's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. In Mortal
Okay.
Kombat, they get on the crazy, creepy boat,
Yes,
go
that's the
through
best
the
part.
Willy Wonka tunnel, and
But they
end up in
they
another
address
land.
all that, which is the greatest part. It's
Yeah.
like Johnny Cage makes some joke about like
Mhm.
what the fuck is this like? Well,
He
but
did
Johnny
not
Cage
say
is
what
also
the
on a
fuck.
ridiculous action movie set.
Yeah.
Like, there's all this like really
This
cool
is the part
elements,
you
and
fall down.
it's real. Like we're in it too. Like I wouldn't get the fuck on that ship, and they sure as shit did. What?
Did you guys know? Well, I know that you know because you're a fucking dork. Kyle,
I
did
doubt
you
it.
know that Mortal Kombat was originally supposed to be a Jean-Claude Van Damme video game?
What?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
No, I did not know that. Why would I? Was he supposed to be Johnny Cage?
Well,
They-
that's
they
what they
basically-
eventually
Like, did he have
with
a
his
character? I mean, yeah, because I mean, the original character, like, it looks like it could be Van Damme for sure.
Yeah, Midway.
Or was he Liu Kang?
I think they had the rights briefly, but then they got revoked for some reason,
Yeah,
and
something
they had to
happened.
switch it up. And they said, "Well, we got all these like programming assets to make a fighting game. Let's just do other digitized
Well,
characters."
see, now we're okay. You got any more facts like this? Because now this shit's interesting.
Yes, I'm sure we have plenty.
All right, let's go.
You fucking
Next.
idiot. We're talking. I hate Kyle so much. I literally hope he dies in the middle of this podcast.
You're doing the equivalent of going up to a comedian like, "Ah, tell me a joke, make me laugh,
Yeah.
make me laugh, guy."
You fucking moron. Fucking busy ass shirt wearing piece of shit. Fuck you.
Damn.
You're Jordan now, bitch.
You are the
That's
Jordan
fair.
now.
Welcome to the jungle, motherfucker.
Welcome to the jungle.
Okay, so anyways, what were we talking about? I don't even remember.
It's
we-
Mortal
because
Kombat.
We were
It's just
dropping
all
interesting
the Mortal
facts
Kombat.
into.
I'm gonna fucking murder this guy.
I feel like they should make another Mortal Kombat movie. I,
I
really
agree.
do.
I feel like we should make another Mortal Kombat movie. We should make Mortal Kombat
It's
3.
a whole rights issue though.
Your mom is a whole rights issue.
I'm serious because they can do what Mortal Kombat 9 did and just reboot
Reboot
the
it, yeah.
shit
Oh,
and like
sure.
have a time travel thing
Dude,
going on.
people our age don't know about that fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or people our age, Jesus Christ.
I mean,
like
clearly.
teenagers. I mean, don't know about that
Yeah.
today. Like, yeah, easily. They might not even know about Mortal Kombat completely. Like, I'm sure they know the video
Probably know
game
the-
exists, but
they for sure haven't played
I mean,
like the original ones. but-
sure,
No.
exactly. I don't think it's anywhere near as the phenomenon it used to be, but we could make it the new phenomenon. You know,
Totally could.
Come on.
And then you could have another Street Fighter movie.
dude.
Dude, I don't.
Street Fighter
no,
is
no.
fucking amazing.
That movie is incredible, and just like,
I wish there
just
was a
leave it at
2
that.
so we could talk about it.
yeah, I mean that's true.
Let's
All I'm
But,
saying is that we could write an MK3.
do
We
it.
could.
Or just MK because we're rebooting it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I like.
You
the
like
ring.
adding a 3
Yeah,
to
I
the
like
end of it?
It's kind of my thing. Sequels. I like sequels.
What would we do? Like, what story would it just be a reboot then?
We'd set it
but
in
call it
space.
MK3.
It would be in space.
It'd be
They
it'd
would
be
all have lightsabers.
MK
Oh, wow.
3000 because we're in the year 3000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Earth. We had to
Hang on.
abandon Earth 700 years prior.
Oh.
We're out looking for a new
realm.
a new realm. But then we fall into the outer realm, and our ships. Something goes wrong with our ship.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take time for them to
Keep
fix
going.
it. So,
You have me interested.
Can we talk about the video games a
so
little bit more?
Shao Kahn
Yeah,
shows up.
Shut the fuck
Okay.
up, dude. Shut your fucking mouth.
Did you want
Okay.
to talk about the most recent ones? Because those are the
No.
ones that I played the most,
I
actually.
mean, maybe at some point. But I just wanted to say that I hated. I know in some of the in the middle of the games, not the later ones, but
Mhm.
not the first ones either. Like Reptile. and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Reptile was a reptile.
Yeah.
He didn't look like
He
a
was
fucking
full-blown
ninja.
lizard
and,
man.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking hate that shit. I
Yeah.
hated it so much.
That's that's a very polarizing issue. A lot of people love Animal Reptile.
I fucking hate that shit.
I
Makes
wasn't a
sense.
fan personally.
It makes
I
sense,
like
but-
I like the hybrid Reptile that you got in MK4 and then
Yeah.
the reboot.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like with every game, and even from the first movie and the second movie, it moves away from being like a kung fu thing.
Yeah.
Because the first 2 or 3 games are straight up, it's a bloody ass fucking kung fu game.
hmm
That's what it is, and then it just moved away, which is weird though, because to me it never felt like that until later. When I was playing those originally, they seemed like horror games to me. When I was a kid, I was like, "This is fucking sick." There's blood all over the place.
Yeah,
and
because it wasn't the
fatalities and stuff.
norm. Though.
Yeah.
I would say it was most like a kung fu thing when you had those middle ones where it's you actually had fighting styles that you
I
could
mean,
swap
I guess,
between
but
and stuff like that.
I just go back to the tournament stuff. I don't know, that just makes it
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
kung fu,
Like a Bruce
fighting.
Lee movie.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
Enter the Dragon is a tournament-based, movie.
But yeah, fuck that
Um,
fucking reptile.
You
bitch.
mind? Actually, speaking of Reptile, for some reason I just pictured Reptile in the game, and I was picturing the backgrounds. One of the biggest problems with this movie is they're traveling the world, yet everything looks the exact fucking same wherever they
Well,
are.
that's because they're.
it's
making
almost
And I
like
get
they're
it,
all
it's being
filming in the
destroyed.
same square mile.
Right, exactly, right.
It's like
But,
they're running around
even
in
if they
a
would
circle.
just changed up environments more than just the underworld,
hmm
the
Yeah,
desert, and
you
fucking
can look to the games for that inspiration. They're-
exactly.
They're fighting everywhere.
fight Reptile in a forest or
Mhm.
what? You know what I mean?
Oh.
Do different things.
I
Oh,
do
man,
have something I want to bring
Fucking
up.
Mortal Kombat 1. Remember that fight with Scorpion in the forest? How cool was that
Yes,
shit?
yes.
It's do shit.
all
that
the
was
trees
so
and
Yeah.
stuff.
good.
That was sick.
And then he fights Sub-Zero in
Well,
that.
that's in Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah,
It's literally in Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
but that's what.
it's and then
Well,
he
yeah,
fights
exactly.
Sub-Zero
Sorry, you
in
could've
the
drawn
den
more from
area,
that.
and then he. Yeah, they used a lot of cool locations in the first one, and all the video games too.
So why did Sub-Zero have to have a brother when it could have been fixed with your problem earlier? Kano should have just had a brother, and he shows up and he's just
well, Sub-Zero does have
I'm
a brother in the
Bano,
game.
and then-
That's again the movie trying to play some kind of connection with the game because Sub-Zero
Okay,
does
okay.
have a brother in the game, and Sub-Zero did die, and his brother kind of took up his mantle,
okay.
and the dead Sub-Zero became Noob Saibot.
Really?
Yep, he's the wraith of the former Sub-Zero.
Interesting.
Yep.
Wow.
Are there books and comic
By the way,
books on
Noob
this shit, too?
Saibot is actually Tobias Boone backwards, which is the last name of the creators of the original Mortal Kombat, Ed Boone and
That's what I'm
so and
talking
so
about, dude.
Tobias. I can't remember the other guy's name.
Facts.
It's crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Facts, bro.
Noob Saibot.
Love it.
Mm-hmm. I remember playing him in Mortal Kombat Trilogy. And
You never
he's
played
the-
4?
I never played 4.
That's crazy.
The 3D one. That was
Was
the
it
one
just
that
like 64? Is that why?
No, it was there was an arcade one too, and there might have been a PlayStation port, but I don't think there was, and that might be
Sucked.
why, because I was a PlayStation kid and I was
Yeah.
playing Mortal Kombat Trilogy at
That
home.
was so bad.
But then when PS2 came out, all those middle ones came out: Deception, Deadly Alliance.
What's up with the Sub-Zero game? There's
Oh
like
yeah,
a-
Mythologies.
Yeah.
That was one of their spin-offs. They had another one about Jax and Sonya called Special
Yeah,
Force-
I actually read
Special
about that.
Forces or
I read
something.
about that one this last week. It was supposed to be a Jax and Sonya one, but
Mhm.
then the Sonya kind of got downplayed, so it was mostly a Jax.
Yeah.
And then they ran out of time when they were making it for some reason. So instead, like it's like isn't it like a fucking like helicopter view? It's like above, like it's a weird
Yeah, it's a third
view.
person.
Whoa.
It's
Yeah,
a third person, but
Like
over the
Grand
shoulder
Theft Auto
thing.
2.
Kind of,
It's, like,
yeah,
fucked
but
up.
yeah, it's probably the blackest sheep of the Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
franchise, which is saying something because there have been some black sheep in that franchise. And then you have Shaolin Monks, which was the other spin-off, and that one actually did really well. That's one I've never played. I've never played any of the spin-off games, but that was more of like, a brawler, run around,
Yeah.
beat things up game too. But it actually did really well from what I heard. The Mortal Kombat games just get crazy with the stories though. And that's why I liked the reboot that much in MK9, because things were just getting fucking ridiculous. There were like a dozen gods. Every game there was a new, more powerful god that showed up and was trying to
So then
destroy everyone.
They just said,
And then
"Fuck it.
9 came out and they're like, you know what?
Fuck it."
Things have gotten so they literally the opening starts with everyone fucking dead except for Raiden and Shao Kahn.
It's tight.
And Shao Kahn's like, that's it. I'm going to kill you, Raiden. I'm the last guy standing, and I'm going to take over everything. And Raiden sends the message back to the past. And then it's great because then you get this alternate reality thing going on where so-and-so lives and the other person dies when the reverse happened in the original timeline. Because in the original timeline, Johnny Cage dies. But then in the new timeline, Johnny Cage gets saved and someone else dies. And all kinds of cool shit happens.
Well, who dies?
I'm trying to remember, but I know Sub-Zero gets turned into a robot instead of Smoke, which is cool because then you got Robot Sub-Zero and he's badass.
It's pretty sick.
Actually, in the Mortal Kombat 9 reboot, everyone fucking dies now that I remember it. Liu Kang, Katana,
They all die?
everyone dies. It's a fucking slaughterhouse.
It's a bloodbath.
But wait, you just said... Wait, you said everyone dies in
Yeah.
the beginning. But you're saying now everyone dies throughout the story, too?
Yeah, well, yeah, everyone dies at the start to kind of say, like, oh, look at how tragic this future is. But then through the story, Raiden's trying to, like, change the timeline from that terrible thing happening, and he's just fucking it up worse. And everyone's dying, like, left and right. And Liu Kang, at the end, is like, Raiden, what are you doing? He's like, we have to try and stop him. He's like, no, my vision tells me this. He's like, everyone is dying. And, like, Liu Kang actually fights Raiden because he's, like, so fed up with Raiden's
Now that's a
bullshit.
fucking movie.
Yeah.
Sick. Hell yeah. Let's make it.
And then the sequel
make it.
The
happens. and they're
story's
trying
already
to
there.
save-
We just got to like make it more cinematic.
Yeah.
And then the sequel's great because it happens like so many years later, and then you have the daughter of Johnny Cage and Sonya, and she's a main character.
Hell yeah,
Boring.
dude. They were freaking.
Dude, you would be so surprised how much fun that story is, like dealing with all the kids of all the characters. I was hesitant at first, like, what is this going to be like fucking Teen Wolf Mortal Kombat with all the little kids running around? But it was actually a lot of fun, and it has some of the most gruesome fatalities ever in it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Babality.
they all got to... They all got to up their game, right?
Yeah.
That's what I love about I want to go back to the first couple. I like when like in like the second game and the third game the fatalities and shit got like super ridiculous. They just like kept getting more ridiculous.
Sub-Zero like takes off your head and spine and then fucks your mouth.
I love
yeah,
how the
dude.
Sub-Zero things evolved, because first it was he just rips out the head and the spine showing. And then in the next one he like freezes them and like rips off the whole top half and like all this other stuff.
Isn't there one where he like
Rips
freezes
out the
it-
whole
the
skeleton.
whole skeleton?
The
yeah.
whole skeleton he
I-
pulls
I
it out. And
remember
it's
that,
just
I
like,
remember that.
what the fuck, Sub-Zero?
I feel like I've played more of these games than I remember, actually, because I know what you're saying for all. But I didn't own any besides 2.
Too sick, man.
Mhm.
Two's probably
Let's
the
play some fucking Mortal Kombat.
One and two
dude.
are
We
the
totally
best.
could, dude.
I
Mortal
have
Kombat
a
9,
Super Nintendo. I could
fatalities, and
fucking
Mortal
bring
Kombat-
here.
All right. Do you have any of the newer ones?
Yeah.
Or did you just play them?
No, I have them, but they're on PC. I have them on PC still. I'm sorry, but I'm
You're
mainly
such
a
a
PC
dork,
guy.
dude. You're such a fucking
You're
nerd.
just an all-around dork.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with PC people. I just
Mhm.
hate you.
It's just that they suck.
Just kidding.
We can get the next one.
They always tell me like, "Oh, you get a Mac." I'm just like, "Yeah, shut the fuck up. It's a personal choice, you prick."
I don't care what computer you use. I just prefer to play games on the PC because I have more options then. And that's also why I don't have a Mac, because I like having more
Yeah,
options.
hey, fair enough, man.
I literally hate having options when it comes to computers.
No,
so-
that's fine. There are people that do not like that kind of shit, and in that case, go for a Mac, go for a console. You can have a great fucking time.
I agree.
I just like being able to use a controller or a keyboard mouse.
For sure. I get it. I get it.
I don't.
Don't agree with that, but I get it.
No, yeah, it's fine. You don't have to agree with me to get it.
I don't know, man. PCs are terrible. But yeah, anyways, we should circle back to Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Not even just Mortal Kombat, because I feel
the
like
movie in
I
particular.
mean, there's
we
just
are
not
talking
that.
about.
There's just
It's
not
bad.
that
Don't
much.
watch it.
There's not that much.
There's not much to talk. Like
You're being very helpful, Kyle. Fuck you, dude. You're
I
such
feel
a
like
bitch.
I did my 5-minute rant, and now I have nothing else to say about it because there isn't anything there.
There are. I want to
There's
try
not
to
much to
make
grab
something
onto.
there. I want to try.
Okay,
to
You
do
go
want to
ahead.
try? All right.
Okay, you ready?
All right.
Yep.
I
Where
feel
are we
like this
going?
movie is slightly. There's a slight like environmental like technology is bad. There's some overtones.
I remember you mentioning this. Yeah.
Slightly. I'm just trying. I'm grasping at anything that I can see.
Because there's the line like, "Oh, look at everything's dying."
It happens multiple times in
Yeah.
the movie. It's just like
And
everything's
there's
dying.
robots. There's
There's
evil
robots. And it's just like throughout all of Mortal Kombat, like the humans are like that's like the good. That's the
Yeah.
good versus the
Yeah.
bad, which are like mutants and fucking
robots.
and that's just what I get, especially from this one, just because they're literally walking around and there's like everything's dying.
Yeah, because I feel
It's
like
just
they only had like 2 square miles of desert to shoot in.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
I
yeah,
don't know.
man.
I don't know. That's just the only. That's like the only like
Just,
thematic.
The outer realm is like fucking fossil fuels, man.
Exactly, dude.
Oh yeah, Outworld is all
Exactly.
about mining up resources. And they're
Al
trying-
Gore, I believe, actually wrote this movie.
Yeah.
if I'm not
I mean, I'm sure he
mistaken.
did.
An inconvenient combat.
Whoa.
Al Gore.
There's like a lot of writers on this for like not seeming like it at
Too
all.
I
many
mean,
cooks in
I'm
the kitchen?
sure that's what. No, it actually seems like it. It's
Oh, too many voices. too
no.
many
It
cooks in the
seems like
kitchen?
one person started and they're like, I don't fucking know. And then the next person was like, they just kept adding on.
It's
to
it's
it.
not it's not a collaborative effort. It is a chain of disappointments.
Yeah, it's literally like that game that like you used to play in like school where you like what's it called?
Whisper,
Telephone.
telephone.
Like that is what happened with this movie when they were writing it.
Liu
There's
Kang
like
beats Shao Kahn. Liu Kang eats Shao Kahn.
Liu Kang turns into a dragon and fights Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn and Raiden are related.
What? Oh my god.
Shao Kahn and
Shao
Raiden
Kahn.
get married.
Shao Kahn.
I mean, like,
Shao Kahn and
I-
Shokin.
I mean, I couldn't in any sense recommend this movie to anybody. I'm sorry.
I could.
Did you have a hard time following this movie?
Yes.
I mean,
100%.
it's just like it would pick up and drop plot elements all the time.
So is that a yes or a no?
no, I didn't have a hard time following it. I think it had a hard time following itself.
So yes is the answer. What are you
No.
talking about?
No, I didn't have a hard time following it.
Because I didn't have a hard time following it, but I'm familiar with both this movie and the Mortal Kombat lore to a certain degree.
Oh, sure. I think
And
there's like
so,
some
like-
elements I might have missed. I don't think it upset the flow of the movie at all. But like,
Well, yeah, it's 'cause
I'm sure there's some
no
jokes
movie.
I didn't get or characters I didn't have any fucking.
No,
clue
there's a
about,
lot of
but-
shit that I didn't fucking understand just because I'm
Yeah.
not
Well,
well versed in the lore.
whoa, slow down. There's a lot of shit in here that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
I can see
Like,
that.
there are some references to the games, like, he mentions like Stryker and Cabal got caught at one point,
And
the
those are
music
characters from the game.
It's in there.
Yeah,
That's another thing
But it's
that
like-
carried over.
that's true.
It's
And one of the
like-
guys says the line "Mortal Kombat" at one point in the movie.
That's cool. Do that again.
Mortal Kombat.
That was tight.
So there are things like that, but really, there's not like, I guess maybe in a way there's a lot of characters that fall in pits, and that might be like a nod to the environmental deaths in Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
2, and characters are killed by being thrown into pits a lot and stuff like that.
Okay.
And like there's one time Shao Kahn hammers a guy into the wall and he gets eaten by a lizard, and it's like maybe that's a nod to like one of the.
They also use the fucking what are those spheres that they use to like travel?
Oh yeah, that's like I don't know what
It
the
like
fuck.
uses like
Oh yeah, what game was that
it uses,
from?
it uses
I
like
don't know.
they said it like
I bet-
uses like Earth's core
Yeah,
with
the
with
heat from Earth's
heat.
core. Why couldn't they have just been there? Like, or Raiden teleport him. He
Okay.
teleports other people
Okay,
at
it's like-
times.
Like Raiden and Sonya or whatever get off the ball or whatever, and he's like, "Yeah, so just remember to take a left when it shoots you."
Oh my god! Another good line having to do with those fucking balls is what the fuck was it? No, I can't remember. I think it was Jax. He gets off and he's like, I feel like I'm like hot on the outside and cold on the inside. It's like I just got microwaved. And then Raiden's like, yeah, you never get used to that.
Good old
Oh,
Raiden.
it's just like they're traveling this thing, you know. They don't. It's obviously not in the first movie at all, whatever. But then Katana is like so
Hot. I agree.
No, but she's so familiar with this way of travel that she's like, oh, we're at this part take a left, or lean hard right,
Yeah.
or whatever.
We're at the interchange.
Yeah,
Lean
the
right.
interchange. Thank you. Like, what? You're
Yeah, I
spinning around a
noticed that.
fucking ball. Like, what? At least give me like.
I also
I
like
don't know
how
if GPS was a thing, but like at least give me some kind of.
I also like how when Raiden and Sonya like walk out of this little hole in the wall that apparently leads to this underground world of mystic balls and heat rising from the Earth's core, and like a mile away within eyes distance of when sight is the building that Jax
Yeah.
is being kept in. It's like, wow, that's really convenient that these little metal balls go fucking
right to-
everywhere,
yeah.
right where you need
Oh
them
yeah,
to.
there's an exit to every major battle location.
All right, this movie was fucking awful.
Wait, maybe
guys.
that makes
Hey,
sense.
listen, this movie's terrible.
Maybe that makes sense to why they're fighting in different locations all the time, because you can easily just get into one of these balls.
Do you remember in Mortal Kombat 1
No.
how they got
It's like
around?
fast travel.
There's that goo ball that
Oh,
comes down the
that's
tunnel
right.
and sucks him in,
So
and they
where
go,
were the goo balls?
where was the goo balls? They couldn't afford goo balls. They blew their budget on
They had to
dragons.
do the hard
If anybody knows where the goo balls went, comment.
balls. Seriously.
We would like to know.
Where
I wanna know if these
have
guys have
all
written
the
anything
goo
else.
balls
Yeah, look them up.
gone?
I can't read.
Why can't you read? What's wrong with you?
Why didn't you do any
Story
research,
by
Kyle?
'Cause I
We'll
figured
start
you-
doing research
I
by
figured you
episode
guys
6.
would do like a lot of research. I didn't want,
Well,
I
see,
mean,
that's
like,
the problem.
do
You
the
think
same
everyone
thing.
else is going to pick up your
Did you
slack?
do research?
No, none.
Yeah,
because
but
I
he
thought
also-
you
you're
were
the
going to do
expert.
it.
But he
Yeah.
also knows everything about the
Exactly.
franchise.
No, I
so
know.
why?
But I thought you were going to do it, Kyle. That's why I
No,
didn't.
I mean,
Did you at least get reviews?
you were the expert. So here's the thing about the reviews.
Oh.
All the bad ones, like the 1-star ones, were like exactly everything we just said. And I knew it was going to go that way, so I wasn't even going to read that stuff. And all the 5-star reviews were like, best movie ever. Like,
So
It
you're already
was- so
dropping.
you just
so
didn't
you're
even wanna
you're just
bother
already
with it.
dropping.
I just
already
did-
dropping
Your
bit.
that segment.
sorry.
Your segment, your bit, your
K-Pax 98 says, best movie ever.
5 stars.
Yeah. Johnny Appleseed says, oh my God, the dialogue was terrible.
I think I fought that
Skip
guy.
this one, exclamation mark. There you go.
He actually spelt out the word exclamation
No, seriously, I
mark.
could not find anything interesting on it. I'm not kidding. I looked. I promise.
Oh, no, that's fair. Did you check the Amazon reviews?
That's what I was referring to. What do you think I was referring
Oh,
to?
I thought you were referring to IMDb reviews or
No, I
something.
don't use that shit. Come on.
Okay.
Also, I don't think didn't they take the forums down?
Oh,
Did
did they?
I think they did.
Oh, wow.
That's a tragic loss. That's like
Damn.
YouTube losing its comments, man.
They were at least talking about it. I don't know if it actually happened.
Gotcha. No, I never really looked at that stuff. I just thought the
I
Amazon
always
reviews were fun.
You could always look at YouTube comments too, like on the video for the trailer or the actual full movie that's probably up on YouTube.
Do we have any comments on our stuff we posted yet? Like
I don't know.
podcasts or
I
anything?
figured you would look.
No.
Shut the fuck
I think there's
up.
one comment of like hate these guys, wish they would die.
Posted by Dave.
Yeah. I especially wish that this one would die.
What did I do wrong?
No,
You're
you
the new
didn't do
Jordan.
anything. That's the problem, bitch.
What did you want me to do?
Something.
Anything.
Anything.
Sorry, I thought I contributed to this conversation greatly.
I
I
don't
feel like
think
I'm
you
at
did.
least a third of the voice.
Hey,
of this one.
comment if you think that Kyle's a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be at least one comment.
Yeah, it's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be.
Devin.
It's
And
gonna be
it's gonna
from
say
me.
Kyle's a bitch.
I like the thing was like, email us if you want to fight or something like that.
Yeah, talk
Yeah.
shit to us in the
Talk to us in the comments or make fun of us.
whatever it was.
It was like literally like, it was like, email us if you want to fight.
Oh, okay. I haven't checked the email, so maybe there's. A,
Maybe there's
Maybe
threats.
I
someone-
would check it
ready to
right
fight.
now, but it's recording
It's
us.
literally recording us.
It's
and you
recording
can't
us
check
right
it.
now. So, final thoughts on this movie?
I think it was great. Really underappreciated.
We gonna do thumbs up and downs?
Yeah.
All right.
Is there what first?
Okay.
Okay, never
Oh,
mind.
okay,
Let's just
okay.
go. Let's just do the end reviews. Let's just go for it.
you
You
sure?
first. You first. Thumbs up or down. Explain yourself.
It's terrible. I really didn't enjoy. Besides laughing at some of the awful moments, like a true bad good movie, right? Like, or good bad movie. That happened, sure it did, but in the end, I couldn't justify ever wanting to watch it again. So I'm
Jesus
gonna give a
fucking
thumbs
Christ,
down.
man.
I will never put my eyes on this.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, that's
Yeah,
fucked up.
that's
man.
harsh.
That's really fucked up.
That's pretty hard.
I also don't believe you, but that's
I
fine.
mean, if unless we did the show, I would have never watched it again anyway. So
So you couldn't see ever in your future
Ever
watching
it.
this movie again for any reason ever.
I'm gonna watch
now
it
we're
later
being
tonight,
really
man.
hypothetical. Like we find out this is like the cure for cancer. I'm certainly gonna watch it again.
Like if we were to do a live show someday, and we wanted to pick a movie,
Sure.
you would not.
I mean,
okay,
yeah,
so
if-
you just
guys,
fucking
if
lied to
it's
us.
benefiting us, like, yeah, I'm just never gonna like personally be like, I want to pop in fucking Annihilation.
Me either.
I don't think anyone says that anymore.
But I mean, yeah.
So
Like,
yeah,
I
I'm
would-
gonna
I
give
would
it a
do
thumbs
like-
down. Also, unlike Kyle, I don't know. I feel like if you're a fan of Mortal Kombat, you should probably watch it. If you're into bad movies, you should watch it. I don't know, man. There's
If
just
you
not
like genuinely hate yourself.
You should
there's
watch
just
it.
Check it
not-
out.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I feel like the first half of it was fun at least, and then it's just like not fun after that.
Yeah, if you're in the post-apocalypse and you've seen every other movie 5 times, you should check out this one.
I mean, if it's the only movie left on Earth, you should probably check it out.
yeah.
It's okay, I guess.
I
I don't know.
Earth
There's,
will probably look a lot like the scenes in those.
I mean, one of the worst things about this movie is that there were no fucking previews on this tape, and I don't understand why. Like, why wasn't there previews?
Yeah, it's 97. There should have been previews.
I'm
It,
really
like,
surprised
went
like not
straight
even
into the
New
movie.
Line put stuff in front of it. Like if other people didn't want to buy ads, I get it. You know what I mean? If they didn't want to buy space, but like New Line not even put anything on there.
Yeah,
It's
there's
kinda,
like literally
kinda
nothing.
crazy.
It just starts with the fucking movie. Like, what is this?
I don't know.
The tape even feels light. It's
cheap.
bullshit. No, I don't know, man. I don't, it's just bad. It's
So-
a bad movie.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. from
Thumbs
Dave?
down for sure. I mean, like I said, if you're a fan,
You are not gonna
Check
fucking
it
give
out.
a thumbs up.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna be
Okay.
giving this a thumbs down because that's what it deserves. It's not good. It's boring except for like it pulls you in with like some interesting things going on, but even then you're like not that interested because it's all new actors and they're killing off people like Johnny Cage, and then there's these cool fights, but then it just goes nowhere. And I feel like, oh, this like they introduced these people. I can't wait to see what they do, and they do nothing. They just do nothing.
they're literally running in a circle for
they-
the
yeah,
whole
they-
movie.
They have things and they show you these things. You're like, cool, what are you going to do with them? And then they go, nothing. It's the fatality where you just punch the guy and he falls over. It's
It's just not good, man.
it's just not good. It's like,
not good.
I would recommend only watching it if you want to see what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
And if you do, leave a comment saying Back for More sent me here and they were right.
They were right. This is awful. No one should watch it ever.
Unless you disagree with us, in which case I recommend walking into traffic.
Jesus Christ, man. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know, man. It's a horrible movie, but like, I feel like with a group of people, it could be fun.
Yeah.
As long
I
as
think
Kyle's
anything
not
with a
there.
group
As
of
long
people
as,
could
as,
be
long as
fun.
Kyle's not there.
I think a
'Cause he's a fucking
colonoscopy with a
prick.
group of people could be fun.
Why again?
No.
Explain to me why I seem more unprepared than you guys for saying the exact same things.
I don't know, man, because you're just
I
like,
don't know. Where's your segment?
I don't know. Yeah, where's your fucking segment?
Literally, I fucking explained it to you. It
Yeah.
was so boring. There was not enough to go off of.
The
Like,
reviews were like the movie.
Blair Witch 2, like those were funny. These
Yeah.
were not like none of it was even entertaining. Again, like the 5-star reviews were like best movie ever.
Why
Clearly
didn't you
joking.
like delve into like the meta of it and like count how many lines were said by how many characters? Because I feel like how many characters were introduced in this
Are you
movie?
fucking joking right now?
How many characters were introduced in this movie? We have Shao Kahn,
75.
Ermac,
457.
Motaro, Sindel,
God, you were such a dork, dude.
Shiva, Baraka, Nightwolf, Jade, Jax, Cyrax, Smoke. I'm up to 12. Shinnok.
Did you even say like Liu Kang yet?
No, new people.
Oh,
These
new
are all
people,
just new
okay.
people.
13 people got introduced in that movie that I can just think off the top of my head.
Yeah.
That's more than how many people talk in fucking Mortal Kombat 1.
They made it convoluted. Like they overpopulated everything about this movie.
They did. It's overdone
I
and
get it.
undercooked.
I think we all understand why. Like clearly they're just suiting fans at this point. Like I get it, but it's just
I question even that.
I wish they served them better.
I feel like it was meant to be like kind of like a love letter to fans. Like, here's all these characters, but then they just did it poorly.
This feels like fucking Wolverine Origins to me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In Wolverine Origins, they just toss in a bunch of people just for fans, but fans are the people that are going to hate this kind of shit.
That's what I mean, though. Like, I feel like that's
It's
why.
the Deadpool paradox is what I call it. The Deadpool in Wolverine Origins, it's like they call him Deadpool.
Is this a theory you have?
Yes, the Deadpool paradox. They call him Deadpool because they want to appeal to fans, but people who are fans of Deadpool are going to point at the screen and go, that's not fucking Deadpool, and that's an insult.
Didn't he have his like mouth sewed shut?
Yes, it was like the dumbest
Yeah.
shit ever. And it's like, why? You're an X-Men. You can create any fucking mutant you want and name them whatever. Why go with Deadpool and just shit on it? That's what this feels like.
The Deadpool paradox. You heard it here first. The Mortal Kombat paradox.
Why try to appeal to fans if you're not even gonna follow the fucking?
You want to know why? Because the people who made this movie aren't even fans themselves, so they don't get it.
Then why try? Like, why bother? Why not?
Because
just
it's
make a
their
fighting
job.
movie and-
It's their job, Mike.
I did look up something actually. Now that
Oh.
I
It's
looked
gonna
up-
contribute one thing.
No, I did look. I remember
Right.
now. I looked up the director, and he's regularly a cinematographer, so he didn't even really know what he was doing, which is clear.
Good for
But
him.
but what I did think was interesting is he worked as the cinematographer on the original Mortal Kombat, so he was coming from, but like
That's happened in other
But that
movies,
even like
too.
hurts the movie more, in my opinion, because it's like, then you definitely knew what the first one was like. You were involved with the making of it.
You know
so
what's
why
weird?
did the style and everything switch?
Wasn't it Paul Anderson that was the director of the first one, the first Mortal Kombat?
No, it was. I don't think so. No, Paul W. Anderson.
Yeah, the guy that did
Wait, What's his name?
Paul W.S. Anderson.
W.S. Anderson. Yeah.
Yeah, because he
the
also
better Paul
directed
Anderson.
Is it?
the Death Race remake. And I think the
Dude.
cinematographer of that
Dude.
directed the sequels.
I will fucking
so
fight
this
anybody,
fucking
'cause,
happened
like,
twice now
Paul
to Paul
W-
Anderson. He gives his fucking movies to his cinematographers and then they fuck them up.
Paul W.S. Anderson.
Why are you yelling
I
so
honestly
much?
believe
don't
is
know.
like a talented director.
Yeah.
Like he makes some schlock, but like, dude, he handles things really well. Like I feel like he's honestly like the best B movie director because that's all he really does.
yeah. I'd agree with you except for the Resident Evil sequels. I feel like that's
I
where
like
he
the
kind of
Resident
lost
Evil
the plot.
sequels, dude. Event Horizon,
Event Horizon's great.
and he was still just Paul Anderson back then.
Yeah.
Oh, he did direct Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I apologize. Yeah.
He also did the Death Race remake, and he also handed off
Is
that
the
one
Death Race
to...
remake good though?
Not really.
Dude,
It's better than its
this is
sequels,
embarrassing,
though.
but I like the Three Musketeers, like the most recent remake of that. Like I enjoyed, and he did it. It's ridiculous, but it's fun ridiculous.
Can we do some?
Pompeii, I did not see.
We
Now
should
I
do some
wanna-
Resident Evil movies.
Yeah, now I was just gonna say
Dude,
that.
what?
Now I want to do Resident
Monster
Evil movies.
Hunter. that was gonna be one of my contributions.
Monster Hunter.
No,
Just kidding. Yeah, that's
Resident Evil
true.
movies.
Which one?
Monster plot unknown. Feature film. Oh, based on the video game by Capcom. So that's his thing.
Mhm.
That's his thing for sure.
I would say we
But I think
watched
he's
the
talented.
fourth Resident Evil because that's the one that had me cracking up the most
I
in
haven't seen that
theaters.
one. The second one was. We'll
Yeah, I
see,
don't
like
know.
cracking up for bad reasons or good reasons. Because like I think the second one's like really good, but it's also funny because they added
Doesn't it
Mike
have-
Epps.
Yeah, Mike
Yeah.
Epps. GTA, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, like it's fun. It's actually a fun movie, and
Alright.
I think that first movie is actually like pretty fucking.
I don't
rad.
remember. I saw it a bunch of times when it first came out. But I
Yeah,
haven't seen
yeah.
it since.
Mhm.
I got that.
I
tape.
enjoy. See, I couldn't play those games because scary games scare the fuck out of me.
They
You
do.
know, like
He's
I
a-
was
he's a
really
real
into
pussy.
those movies. I liked that world.
Mhm.
I thought that was a really cool, actually well established by the movies too world. It wasn't just basing it off the game. I mean, it was obviously. You know what I'm saying though. Like,
It
you
took,
didn't have to follow the game.
It took inspiration from the game because a lot of stuff
Yeah.
is different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. Fuck yeah, Paul W.S. Anderson.
Mhm.
Great job with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Don't hand stuff off to your cinematographer.
I know the
anymore.
script was bad, but yeah, you should have just.
I
What was
know
it?
the script was bad.
Was it Zack Snyder is like I fucking hate Zack Snyder. I just want to get that clear first. But he's like famous for like for the Watchmen.
Why?
He's like I didn't want to make the Watchmen, but I had to make the Watchmen in case somebody else made the Watchmen.
That's the dumbest reason.
And
to
I'm
make a movie.
paraphrasing, but that is like literally why he said he made that
Mhm.
movie. It's like I knew someone else was gonna do it, and I could like do it right.
Yeah.
Which debatable on that,
Yeah.
but. Fuck, that guy sucks so bad. You know,
That-
Wonder
the
Woman looks
ego-
good, and I
the
realize
ego
it's
to
because
say
it's the
something
first
like that
DC
is
movie in
unbelievable.
years not directed by fucking Zack
What?
Snyder.
What? You guys were talking
Well-
at exactly the same time for I don't know what either of you said.
Well,
What I was saying was Zack Snyder. I think Wonder Woman looks good because like I realized, oh shit, it's a DC movie not directed by Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Like it actually, I feel like it
Last
stands
time
a
that
fucking
happened
chance.
last time that happened was
Like Chris Nolan.
Suicide Squad.
Oh wait, shit, I forgot about that fucking
Yeah.
movie. That doesn't count. Throw that one out. Just kidding. But no, I forgot that. I actually was not considering that. But
What were you saying?
other than that,
Oh,
it's
I was
Chris
just
Nolan.
saying that takes a hell of a fucking ego for a guy to be like, well, I think I'm the one that's the biggest Watchman fan that would make a Watchman movie. It's like, shut the
He didn't
fuck
sound like
up,
that,
dude.
Mike.
You know,
I
he's-
know.
he's more like this. You know,
I am the biggest
because
Watchman
he's like
fan.
45, but he acts like he's a teenager, dude.
Mhm.
Fucking these movies are wearing him down. He looks like he's sick,
Mhm.
and it's because he hasn't stopped working. And he's churning out terrible shit. He needs to take a break.
Yeah.
Take a fucking break.
Don't make a Justice
make
League
another
movie.
300 movie. I don't know. Like
Actually, no. Make another Justice League movie
No,
because
fuck. Make another fucking Dawn of the Dead movie. That was a really good. He did.
Oh,
he did
yeah,
the
he
remake,
did
and
do
that was
the Dawn
actually
of the
like
Dead
pretty.
remake.
That was pretty fucking good.
I
Besides
love
that
movie.
dead baby, but
Yeah, I
like,
hate that baby part, but I don't like when babies get involved with zombies and stuff. It's just like really boring to me.
yeah,
'Cause, like
unless they
I
just
could-
like eat it.
I could
That'd
like
be
punch a
fine.
baby in the face to death. Like
That's a
not
good
zombie
point.
one.
It's like it's trying to pull a reaction where it's like, oh my gosh, a baby, this is so like heavy now. But it's like, no, just have a zombie eating a baby.
Yeah,
That's
that's
fucking
tough.
heavy.
That's fucked
That's
up.
tough.
Yeah, it's like having like a CG zombie baby is more like a cringe. Like, ugh, that's
It was
dumb.
so bad. It took me immediately out of the movie.
It's not even that for it's just like the pacing. It just like fucks up the pacing. Because everything gets like slow and just like, oh my god, there's
Yeah.
gonna be a baby born. It's
And
gonna
then
be
he
a
fucking
zombie.
loves it.
Yeah, fuck you.
Like
Fuck
idiot.
you.
Yeah, right. I'd throw that fucking baby to the ground and smash its head.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
fuck
You're a
that.
teacher.
Now
It's
that
a
would have been
zombie
exciting
baby.
if
That would
happened.
have been exciting.
Yeah.
Other than that movie's great.
Like
fucking
I
love that
wanted
movie.
a 6-year-old to get bitten by a zombie, and someone has to blow the 6-year-old's brains.
Right?
out. Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's
Yes.
crazy. Didn't that happen in the original Dawn of the Dead? Isn't there zombie kids that get blown away?
Yeah, but they don't show it.
Yeah, it's no.
Oh,
off camera.
It's off camera.
Come on,
Like
dude,
the
that was
kids.
the 80s, bro.
The kids,
Oh,
like,
that's
run
right. He
at
like
him
walks into.
Yeah, he walks into that building. The kids run at him, and he like pushes them away, and it's just a shot of him, and
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of looks affected by it.
he's like, oh,
zombie kids.
Oh.
oh.
We should do Day of the Dead sometime too.
I would love to do Day of the Dead.
I think we didn't we mention that on the last podcast.
Probably.
We've
Who
done
cares?
one, and we're already repeating ourselves. Come
I
on,
mean,
guys.
that happens sometimes, you know.
It might not have happened.
Why don't you
either.
stop picking apart everything that we fucking say, you bitch?
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
So this got 3 thumbs down.
3 thumbs
Yeah.
down.
3
This
thumbs
is the
down.
last episode we're ever doing.
We all got so angry.
We will not be back for more.
I don't know how you stuck through it this long because man, we drug at that 5-minute mark for a bit probably,
I mean, it's Kyle's fault because he didn't do his fucking research.
or the 33-minute mark
off.
because that's when Kyle told us
Yeah,
exactly how far we were in when we fucking died.
I don't think it was as bad as we.
No,
think-
no.
think
We're at
it
like an
was.
hour 10.
Oh shit! Stop.
All right.
Kyle, you need to tell us what time it is.
Yeah, you need to start like pushing us to the. Wow, yeah, but anyway, we're good. But yeah, we're done, right, guys?
3 thumbs down.
3 thumbs down. Don't watch the
3
movie.
thumbs down.
Watch the first one. Watch Zack Snyder's other movies
And Paul W.S. Anderson is better than Paul Thomas Anderson.
and Wes
I mean,
Anderson.
I 100% agree with that. So much. We'll be back more
Back.
for
Oh, what you know, another goddamn sequel show. Oh, what you know, another goddamn